Now, welcome you guys to the second lesson of this course. If you have yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on subscribe and please click on the note button for you to be entitled to the next lesson. Now, the lesson two, here are the things you need to start your home business. The first thing you need is what is the POS machine. How can you get POS machine? Now, there are two types of POS machine. We have MMO and we have the one from the bank. So I will advise you to get the MMO because the one from the bank usually have a lot of problem. Since when I want to firstly start, I firstly apply for the what for the bank POS. So if I even travel to Ibadan, I go to FCMB, I go to GT Bank, I go to different various bank. They are giving me the critical condition. So I still open one bank. So the all I see is that they just open current bank for the current account for me, deducting my money. So advise you to get what POS payments and MMO. What are we calling MMO? MMO are like opay, kudis, opay, kudis, surebanka, and everything. Colomin, Doxpay. Even these terminals is it's not like when I firstly start. The terminal is easy to get now. It's easy to get, unlike that of the one from the bank. So after you're getting your POS ready, or you find an aggregator that you know you can trust, that have helped you to get the POS ready. The second thing you need to know is what a good location. Is it a shop or a kiosk? You can use both. You can use a shop, you can use a kiosk. But I would advise you to use kiosk because when you use a shop, the owner of the shop may change his mind that he wants to use the shop. And the customer you are having, it's not easy to be directing them that I'm not here, I'm not living here, I'm not living in here. So I'd advise you to get a kiosk. So when you get a kiosk, the kiosk can be it is removable when they say they want to use their land. You can it can be easily to carry or to move away from one place to another. So now you find a good location. What do I mean by good location? The good location is what? It's either you find a junction. There's usually a junction in one area, a junction, not a roundabout, a junction now. Or you find school location. The problem with school location is that when they vacate, when they are in holidays, I can't say specifically what where you will find customer. So but school location is good, but with one condition that when they are in holidays, now or you find a marketplace. You are close to markets while a lot of people usually have. You can find the motor parks. You find a garage where you see a lot of people usually dey there. That's where you can find a good location. Now, the capital of between 50,000 to 200,000. I'll show you how to raise the money in the next lesson. How to raise this 50,000 to 20,000. So you need the capital, like I said earlier. You need the capital of 20 or 50,000 to 200,000, but it depends on your location. Please don't raise more than 200,000, but it depends on your location. Some people usually perform 100,000 in the place where you are the only one there. So people don't have option than to come to you, so you can raise more than 200,000. But now let's go to the what? Let's go to the record book. What do you mean by record book? Record book is a book that you can use to what? To feed the details of the transaction. So some people call me that my agent made the mistake of what? He made the mistake of transferring 80,000 to instead of 8,000, he transferred the 80,000. I said, did you have record book? He said no. So you must have a record book. Now the SN is the serial number. So you think the first transaction, the second transaction, the third transaction, the amount. This is for the withdrawal. The amount the withdrawal, but note only write the approved with approved transaction, the amount the customer withdraw. Now the charges will collect from the customer, followed by the channel. The channel is that when you have more than two terminals, for example, you have opay, you have kudi in your shop. So the channel you know, okay, I use opay for this transaction, you write opay. Okay, I use kudi for this transaction, you write kudi. So you write the time you do the transaction. You make sure you write the time you do the transaction. Then also you make sure you write the phone number you write the phone number. So when you write the phone number, so the person is using MTN, the person is using Glow, the person is using this. But you know, not every transaction you you get to write the phone number. But when this, some people usually send their children, hey, go to mommy, mommy, can you go and help me to withdraw 5,000? Will you be asking the child? But make sure that most of the strangers you see, make sure you write their what, their phone number. Make sure you write their phone number. But in the comments below, what will you write in the comments below? For example, when somebody you made a transaction and somebody will collect, for example, you will collect 200 naira change and you don't get the change, you will write down in the comments that, hey, this person will collect 200 naira change. So because the person may come in the second day and say, hey, I want to collect 200 naira, you say, 200 naira, I don't. Make sure you write it in the comments. You leave it in the comment that, hey, this person will have 200 naira change from me. So once you record everything, it will be easier for you to trace the customer. Once there is an error there, hey, I want to withdraw 5,000. Oh, I mistakenly withdraw 500. Just press the phone number. Hello, where you do? Now let's go to deposit log. Deposit is transaction. So like the same thing, you write the serial number. Now from one, okay, the first transaction, the second transaction, the third transaction, about the deposit. Now you now come to customer name and account. So you write the name of the customer and the account number the customer transfer money to. So okay, the customer comes with GT account. Okay, it's the space Alaudin Ridwan Olalekan. Okay, the account number is 022 840 You now write the bank name. Okay, GT Bank amount. Okay, it's transferred 300,000 or a deposit 50,000. Now you write down the charges you collect from the customer. So I collect 500. I collect 200. After that, you write down the phone numbers. The phone number of the person that come to transfer the money. After you write the phone number, you come to the channel. Like I explained earlier, okay, the channel is I use opay for the transaction. Okay, I use kudi for the transaction. No, I use money point for the transaction. It depends on the terminal you have. Once you have one terminal, you don't use to write channel, but you know that you only have one channel. So you post the channel there. You write the time, the you write the time the person come for the deposit. So okay, the time the man come in at exactly 3:45 p.m. Okay, write down the time. So also in your comment, you write it in your comment that this person will collect 200 naira change. Okay, this person did not collect 200 naira change. Okay, when I'm doing that trade, the transaction did not approve, the customer was debited. All this you write down into the what in the comment. So make sure you have a logbook. Please make sure you have. For example, the people that usually have agents there that, okay, I just hired someone to be helping me to take care of the business. I'm paying him the money. I'm paying him his salary. So you need a logbook. Even if you are the one doing it by yourself, you need a logbook. You need a logbook. Those are the mistakes I usually made when when I first started. So after that, I go to my boss that, there's something I'm missing money. I don't know how the money is missing. No, my organ directs me to the lesson. So uh let's go to the next subject. Now is what a knowledge. You need a knowledge in this business. You can't just be doing it by yourself. You need to contact some people. Even you may find someone near you that, hey, Oga, I see you are running this business. Because when I firstly start, I saw some people they have 3 outlets, some have 4 outlets, some people have 5 outlets. How do you have 4 outlets? I'm new that having one. I still debt. I'm still paying money that I own. I made a mistake. How do you run this successful business? So I pay 20,000 for this business. I pay 20,000 for it. So meet me in next class.